And yeah, last game we were talking about like some of the best hero models in the game. This game, I guess we can talk about some of the worst. Necrophos, the second worst model in the game.
Faceless
doubt
Void
he's
is also
up there.
down there. Enigma is assumed too.
Yeah, Enigma's like near the bottom. Void's much nearer to the bottom. So let's talk about spells. So Heartstopper Aura, what else is the priority here? We got
Aftershock is always great. I mean, you can pick the 2 X's if you want to. Then Dispose is amazing. Pulse Nova is amazing. Black Hole again for Haru. Then Reaper Sight is like strong.
There's no real target for Fervor here that I can see, which means that we might see it come later on a ranged hero that it's not great on. Maybe Io Core going Fervor. Is there something else available?
I mean, if you combine it with Time Lock, it can work out.
Yeah,
I would rather go like Time Lock, Unleash, if you want to make a right clicker.
I think Io could be a strong call if that's the case. There's also Greater Bash, which is kind of nice. So yeah, maybe late game we'll see Chen or Io become a call. I hope not Chen though.
So if Slightly is playing Faceless Void, he's gonna first pick Time Lock. Okay, no, they're gonna take Aftershock.
I think they might put Slightly on the Ogre Magi and make that a physical punching call. But here comes another magic spell.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with Pulse Nova. A really strong spell.
If you get a healer with tether I was going to say on the Radiant side, not possible anymore. Super strong with the Leshrac Pulse Nova.
Oh yeah. So isn't it also kind of insane with Heartstopper and Tether? Is that a thing? Have people done that?
I just want to. I mean, Ogre is their strongest model, and they picked a support spell on him. It's a bit weird, in my opinion.
But maybe it's not a support spell. Maybe he's gonna tether to like a creep he's stolen or Helmet or Dominated, and he uses it as like a physical boost.
Oh, maybe. And they go carry Spirit Breaker. So I assume he's gonna pick Time Lock as his second pick.
Yeah.
Oh, why not?
Yeah, it doesn't look like to me Radiant is planning on going any right-click orientated traditional carry. So it looks like the Lesh and the Earthshaker are going down that traditional carry route. I mean, it could be the Marcy, but there isn't really much on the board that you kind of want to pick as carry abilities. There's Greater Bash, there's Battle Trance, there's Fervor, but there's nothing really that stands out.
And this Eye is gonna be so annoying. Stunning you for 2.4 seconds and then disposing you, so nearly 5 seconds stun.
And one has to say that unlike the previous game, there's 2 good ways to stop Chrono here. I mean, sorry, Black Hole here. One's Chrono, one's Hookshot.
And already counter-picking Aftershock and also really strong against melee cores is the Whirling Axis.
Alright, so he's gonna get the enchant item. That's very nice.
I don't like it because the animation is so long for our totem, so it's not really great for Aftershock.
But it's not so. If there's one other thing that they can get, which is low CD, is it not enough? Is there anything that's actually low enough?
I would still go maybe even Whirling Axis and just something with instant animation. Okay, there's not much left.
Yeah, I like Whirling Axis.
Lightning Storm isn't too bad. On Faceless Void, it's not the greatest. It's
both,
4 seconds. It's
both long animation. And I really like the Lash build, I have to say. Bulldoze, so he cannot get kited, then gets a Scepter for the spirits, gets the Nihilism on top. It's really strong as long as the enemy doesn't have a BKB. And Marcy preventing the full Enigma draft on Enigma by picking Malefice. Good job.
Yeah, last game we saw a really good job by Haru and Beatboxers, like the brawler heroes that stand in the front line and made a lot of space. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them in kind of similar roles this game. You know, Ogre Magi maybe will be one of them.
I would have liked a bash on Io, because now Spirit probably gets the bash on top.
But the bash with the time lock. Do you reckon he knows that that they do actually stack?
And then he gets a basher.
I guess we'll see. Then he gets a basher as well. Perma bash.
Okay.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's kind of weird.
I don't like it.
With Unleash.
I mean, he could have picked
with
Feather
Itemization.
even, and when his Unleash ends and he's locked down on the target already, he still has insane attack speed.
I agree. Penitence with
Or
Unleash
even
is
the
kind of,
Greater
it's
Patch
a,
just.
yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I guess we'll see how it works out.
I think this is going to be one of those drafts where Fervor just gets ignored.
So this is probably the beatbox hero, the Enigma, because he's kind of good with micro. It's gonna be really annoying having the Eidolons and Holy Persuasion. And you don't just have to put one level in Midnight Pulse.
Terrible ultis coming out for the Aftershock. Terrible ultis.
Through what do you even want here?
Probably
Hand of Gods? I don't know. Yeah. What's the last pick for the Earthshaker? Maybe Cox? Or even Time Dilation? Yeah, okay, Cox. So, which draft would you favor here, QB?
I would probably favor the. I would go Radiant early game, Dire late game.
Yeah, Dire, once they have their BKBs out, I think Radiant kind of falls off, right? Because they don't have any right clicker, they have only magic damage, or mostly magic damage. Earthshaker is probably even going a Radiance.
And they don't have the Diabolic Edict on the Lesh track, so that you don't have that scaling, potentially scaling level 25 talent from the Lesh track. You don't have the Lesh track scaling to early to take down those early towers as well to get that early pressure.
Interesting. So who's mid on Dire? Is it the Void? No, not really, right? Maybe the Necro? I mean, he's like a worse version of a Necro with...
Yeah, I think it's going to be him. I mean, it's worse in the sense that you don't have like one of the best spells in the game. You have an awful body, and you've got mediocre like default spells. But I still think that like
Death Pulse is still not bad if you can sustain it.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to push out the wave. He's gonna need to get a bottle and rely on the region that comes from that.
Yeah, bottle and like 2 nulls or something, and then he can sustain it. And Reaper's side is still really strong.
Yeah, it's just in the team fights you're not gonna be. You have no ability to like frontline as much as you sometimes can. In the same way that with Letrak, you know, sometimes you have games which you get these items much faster than everyone else, and you're able to frontline. I think in this game, it's not true about the Necrophos at all. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by the Earthshaker not being able to get... Sorry, not the Earthshaker, the Versus Void. Not being able to get something nicer with the Aftershock. Everything got blocked.
Who do you think has the the strongest build from each team?
I think Lash is really strong once he has a Scepter.
I agree.
And the enemy doesn't have a BKB.
I think Earthshaker might be on par with Lesh for the Radiant team, maybe a bit less. But I mean, like Heartstopper, Battery Assault, Hookshot with cogs on an Earthshaker. I mean, still very strong.
Yeah, so it's basically a Clockwork minus the Rocket Flare plus Heartstopper, which seems good, you know. And one of the things with Clockwork that's annoying is you get zoned out the lane. You're not able to do as much. You're a support that's melee. So he's got a solution to that. And I do like Hookshot as well because it is a way to stop the black hole.
I like the Enigma build a lot. It's like a really hard pusher, and they don't have any wave clear on bot. So if he has like a few creeps plus Eidolons, they cannot really burst them down.
Yeah,
so he might apply a lot of pressure.
If this Enigma builds around the creeps rather than the black hole initially, I think Dire has a very strong chance of running over the Radiant team in terms of towers. Yeah. So something like a Drums of Endurance, maybe like a mech, maybe a maybe Wraith Pact on top of that, if they want to play fast.
And we have also discussed Beatbox is quite proficient at micro-intensive heroes. In the previous game, he was the one doing the centaur stomps.
Yeah,
he was doing a good job.
And they have good thing going for Raiden on the top lane is that they have the...
Thanks and have fun.
I was not expecting that. How did he kill him? This must have been a big outplay. That they have the axes, the welding axes going against two melee cores. The Spirit Breaker misses 40%, I think. 60%.
So the Leshrac was within tower range, aggroed the tower just as Necro stunned him. So he copped about 3 hits from the tower. A little bit of a misplay, a little bit of not so much luck there, but what can you do, right?
So
it's not expecting that.
What do we expect the Shaken to go build was? Someone was saying Radiance. I think that's very reasonable. Is there something else? Is there another... Does he become a speed demon? Do we see phase boots coming out in him and just trying to run and chase you down with the Radiance? Or maybe S and Y?
Ooh, nice dispose, but not into the tower.
Yeah, like,
not exactly sure. Maybe just go tanky boy, I would say.
Ghost shot? Is that a thing? Quite a lot of magic damage.
I would say... I mean, he might even need a hood just so he doesn't get bursted by the Necro. The Reaper's side. But I assume he gets like a hood, Radiance, Shivas, Heart, something along that.
Okay. And yeah, one thing to say about the top lane is there is like a guaranteed reset available. Like Marcy's almost always going to be able to time lockouts. Whirling Axes is going to be annoying. And the Chain is able to stand back at range.
Oh, Bash God! Okay.
But yeah, they have Rebound, Fissure, and Splitter. So I don't actually know what's going to happen in this top lane. It feels like both teams are just going to farm and just let it be.
Yeah, but CS-wise, he's out CSing the Marcy hard, the Spirit Breaker.
Yes.
Not sure how this... I mean, he has endless sustain with the Ogre. But normally he should struggle against the Whirling Axes.
Yeah, I mean,
what's
slightly...
the first...
Sorry, carry on.
What's the first big item you want to see coming out of the Spirit Breaker as the pos one here?
Whew, good question. I mean, he has some lifesteal already. I know he likes to play aggressive with like a Blink Dagger.
What about S and Y?
I think Maelstrom as pos one.
Yeah, true. He needs farming too.
Very unleash time lock.
Another courier's gonna fall here. Shen's gonna get another courier.
Oh, wait. I think we have something for this.
Oh, courier. I mean, you haven't pressed the button the whole time. Yeah, how many couriers have been killed?
I don't have a stream deck yet, so I'm really bad with the those insane production value snippets we have.
Oh, if you're waiting for a lot of production value, Gareth has got some treats lined up. I'm not going to spoil them, but there's off the charts production value coming from that.
Whoo-wee. So 2 braces on Earthshaker already. Tanky boy. No boots, but I think it's rather hard for him, for Void and Enigma to kill him.
Yeah, and also once he starts getting a last hit hero 2, like the sustain is so irrelevant. In the mid lane, Darentai is 10 creeps behind.
It's funny, he has same movement speed as Necro without boots.
Yeah, that's the thing is like if this was a lane where Necrophos had hard stop aura and made that kill, then we would it would be even more crushing.
Oh,
but
and
speaking
he gets
about crushing,
a regen rune.
Regen rune. What a disaster.
And not even 6 on Lash yet.
His courier is gonna get... Oh no, he just gets the level there. Courier flies over.
But I expect most action in mid. Oh, a charge on the Necro. Is he popping his regen? No. Oh, nice Fisher.
Oh, and
commit,
there's
and he's gone.
Very nice though.
3 people committed middle for 1 kill, but totally, like, you know,
I think worth it.
totally fun. Yeah, totally fun.
He greeted a
Other
bit
names
on the region rune.
Names are not suffering that much while the supports are away.
Looks like the Spirit Breaker is not going to be building around the Unleash at all. It's just going to be going for that Echo Saber instead.
True.
I was gonna say, if this was like 6 months ago, I would say Echo Saber's good, but now I'm not so sure. But I think Sun Jumesh also.
Oh, what did we have here? Is it another courier snipe?
Get the person punch. 2 in a row. Oh, action bottom a little bit.
Yeah, looks like Io is dead, so the Eidolons.
Yeah. Ari going to struggle.
And Black Hole! And they get the Earthshake on top.
Hello, this is
Not
Gabe
gonna
Newell.
escape there.
Thanks for playing.
Got even blocked by the
double kill.
Fisher of his teammate. I'm sure they're gonna
The
flame
Fisher
it.
thought he was. Yeah, the Fisher thought it was gonna be saving, but it didn't stop the Black Hole.
I mean, he had the Quelling Blade, so he could have eaten this tree and maybe get out. And CS-wise, Necro ahead of the Lash. Spirit Breaker miles ahead of... Oh, meanwhile we missed a kill.
Well, I was watching. There were 3 of heroes were going on the Necro. Ogre TP's in, tethers up. They turn, they start punching the IO, and then as the IO tries to run away.
And even 20 stick charges on Ogre, so...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this looks like the mid lane possibly gonna fall here.
Yeah.
And that's really good. That's maybe expected.
The Radiant glyph is now active.
Let's see if Lash is rushing the Scepter afterwards. He might can hold it with his balls, and he still has Pulse Nova. Just nuked on the wave. Oh, Unleash popped. Missed the Split Earth. Gets out a million of bashes. And charge cancels.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, looks like
is
they just
Still
need
has
to get out
Penitence
of there.
ready. Gets the stun out.
Oh, I think he's just gonna. Oh, gets stuffed.
This is gonna be close. Oh, they get him.
Oh, there you go. Meanwhile, oh, Faceless Boy's gonna get brought down in the bot lane. A little bit more action happening. Earthshaker scurries away. Enigma's trying to get out, but I think he's
Should
getting
be dead.
down by Baron. Yeah. While that action was happening, the Ogre and Necrophos just took the mid tower, punching it away a little bit. That was
3 deaths for the Ghetto Mexicans. Big comeback. Gold wise
So they're gonna-
for Radiant.
Yeah. So questions coming in: what level? What's the MMR of the Necrophos? I believe he's not playing on his main accounts, but he's quite high level. It's the Spirit Breaker who was top 100 EU for a period of time on his main.
Yeah, he's the stand-in even for Yavai, who has a broken computer at the moment.
I think.
I only know he's some high-ranked immortal guy. That's all I know.
You got to get your terminology right. If the player is good, very highly ranked, we call him a ringer. That's what we call him. You understand?
I mean, he's at minimum 8k MMR, I would say.
Right, well, this 8k MMR player is taking a little bit of a rest, coming out here by SGC Reaper.
Oh.
Drops the Chronosphere. Here comes the kisses. I don't think he's going to die. And they're going
It's
to
really close.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, out.
Relocated out. But they waste the Reaper's side, and he still dies on the Lash. On the Necro.
Necro dies, but now they're going to go back top. And could there be a little bit of a fight here?
Oh, but he's ready to fight! Pops his Unleash. Bash God.
Is getting spanked.
Gets out the bashes, gets the kill. And another one. How is he not missing anything?
Oh, nice
All
Fisher
the
coming
X's.
through.
Still a stick charges, but they're going. Echo
Oh,
Salami.
taking a lot of damage.
Do they have something left in the tank? Charge in 1 second. Dispose.
Oh, Necro's coming back here. Yeah, they're getting a charge.
Dispose, but he's healing.
Retether.
Overcharged.
Ogre's about to fall, but they do get the iron as a result.
Yeah, but Spirit Breaker survives. That's the most important thing.
Time walk. Penitence. Rebound.
He runs in! Back in! What?
Chin's
Oh! The slow there.
One.
Wow!
Oh, he
Gets spotted. Insane. Meanwhile, bot lane falls to the pushing build of Enigma. And I guess we'll have more action on top.
Yeah, the Ogre Magi did such a good job there, just, you know, escaping for as long as possible.
Keeping the Spirit Breaker alive for so long. It's just level 1 Unleash and it was already
Relocate going
slow.
mid, action. Gonna try to turn this around. Guarantee.
Surviving on
Nice
Lash.
blocking. Nice blocking, nice axes. Working together. Haru's coming in though. Let's see what happens.
Bash
No.
God. Oh no. Okay, but he is fast on Lash.
He's got level 4 bulldoze, and the Chin's coming in the side here. Could see some action.
How did the Earthshaker die?
Yeah, I was watching that. The Enigma just essentially, the Enigma and the Earthshaker just punched on with each other, and one of them died, and that was the Earthshaker. It was quite embarrassing to watch.
Sounds like a great story.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
I like this build, by the way.
Committing Black Hole.
Going pipe, and he's got the Holy Persuasion, so he's got a bunch of creeps. Oh, Fissure coming out, gets blocked in, beatbox.
Looks like he used his Reapers and didn't kill anyone. Oh!
Black hole!
Big play by R&I in the jungle.
Nice cog, so stopping the black hole.
And he is going Radiance on the Earthshaker. Ah, the kisses dropping, he's running. And disposes him. And he's gone.
Oh, and then...
And he's not getting a kill on... Oh, he's getting one. And that's probably... This should be a death for...
Yeah, Haru's gonna die here.
Double kill.
Meanwhile, top lane behind the tower. Action all over. As Marcy needs some backup.
Beautiful Chrono into all the Lash damage.
Charge coming through as well. No targets to tether. This ward behind the tower has been quite interesting.
Worf?
I think of the 22 kills, like at least half of them have been like way behind enemy lines.
We see so many kills this game, it's insane.
There was 1 kill at 5 minutes, I think, or something like that. Remember, there was like nothing to start off.
And Spirit Breaker is going for the MKB against the Welling Axis. And after that, I would assume a BKB, but let's see. Is Enigma in trouble? Blackwall is not ready. Necro peeing in.
Fissure to disengage.
4 people. Big split Earth by Anti-Dollar.
And they're coming in.
Not the mischance. Not the mischance.
Another self, Chen on himself.
It's only Chen dying. It's worth it.
I don't know what Marcy is doing though, going back in.
And not having time walk ready. Scary. That's scary. But has time walk available now.
Yeah.
And gets Reaper sighted, but it's not enough.
Double kill.
So I want to say, kind of interesting. Look at the leveling that the Marcy's done.
Yeah, I would have maxed time walk to be honest, but
I would have only gone 1 level in Malithus personally, and I think maybe 4 levels in Willing Axis if you're staying in the lane a lot.
the time walk cooldown is just so good. Goes down to 6 seconds. Ooh, but slightly in trouble.
Oh, Fissure.
Is the tether heal enough? Nope. No Reapers ready, so Ash can fight if he wants to.
Nice pipe. This Io's gonna die before doing.
And perma stunts with the centaurs. Big play by Beatbox.
Yeah, Willing Axis is like one of the worst scaling abilities in the game.
Yeah.
Like you only get 50 damage per skill point. That's literally all you get. Nothing else. It's still the same mischance, still the same duration, still the same cooldown. So you can just have that one value point and max your other 2 spells, and you'll probably be a bit better off there.
Action top, but I think that Roma is gonna win this.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Dies to the Cox. Now he gets the Heartstopper region kicks in. And the tears away. Well played. He's still charged.
Yeah.
Is Io doing it? Is he committing? Oh my god, that's a... Disposes. That was done big. Chrono with pulls Nova on. Black Hole right
available, by the way. Here we go.
Right now. Just in the second it got off CD.
I guess.
Perfect timing. And Darren side gonna live.
Is he getting away? No.
Double kill.
Fisher comes in a little bit late again. Yeah, so the only reason I would ever say you would want to max out the willing access is if you're in a lane where, or if you're in a situation where you're like farming jungle, or you're in a 1v1 melee lane and you know it's going to be static for a while. But other than that, the time will just seem so enticing.
Radiance is finished, by the way, on Earthshaker.
I'd really like to see that. What was that, Nox?
Did he just get Radiance right now?
He was not
he
in
just got it now.
Yeah,
It wasn't in that fight, so he's a lot stronger now. And I really love his what he has queued up next with the BKB. I think once he gets that BKB online, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
He might get Tether. Oh, he does not Tether out in time.
I think that's why he used hook shots. It looked a bit wasteful, but if the timing on the tether was good, then it would have blocked it. So possibly a heads up play there.
And Lesh nearly got his scepter finished. Nice dispose.
Yeah.
And Necro gone.
Neither team has made any effort towards the rush pit. I thought maybe with the Enigma going Holy Persuasion, we would see him lead the charge, so to say. But there's just been so much fighting. We're seeing almost 2 kills a minute at the moment.
And they got a pipe, by the way, on Enigma. Against all the magic,
they've had that for,
magic
damage. They've had it for... He kind of rushed that when... There was a period of time where he just stayed in the bottom lane, pushing the tower. And all the while he was just building up that pipe until he had, 5 creeps. He was a threat. And that's when the Radiant team were forced to come deal with him. I don't know if you recall. Right by the jungle entrance from the tier 1 Radiant tower, they fissured across there and they hunted him down.
And we see a Roche attempt by Beatbox with all his creeps.
Yeah, this is what I expected earlier. Haru's gonna have Blink Dagger in about 900 gold, so maybe 1.5, 2 minutes. Yeah, I think he's gonna prioritize.
Oh, scan on Roche. You see it? Anti-dollar going in.
Oh, because you're coming out. It's only half HP now.
On the hunt for Radiant forces.
Counter scan.
I'm kind of surprised that the Enigma has opted to go the route of Atos instead of just going for the straight up Wraith Pact.
True.
I don't think really Radiant have the heroes to kind of deal well with the Wraith Pact. It does take 5 hits to kill.
Yeah. And with pipe plus Wraith Pact, it's like Earthshaker, Lash, all the damage dealers only deal like 50% of their damage.
I think it's possible that someone else has said they're gonna go for that, but I don't see it queued up.
No, queued up by anyone. No, me neither.
But I do want to say, Shard on Enigma is also really good. We are dealing with a lot of melee heroes. You get able to get the second and the ancient creeps because, like you're saying, you're able to start getting these ancient creeps with the Granite Aura, and that makes you even more tanky.
For sure. I feel like the Radiant team has learnt from some of the mistakes from the last game. I do see 2 BKBs queued up by the Leshrac and by the Earthshaker. I like it. I feel like that's going to be the next
wave
timing.
is not getting bursted, and he gets bursted. He might even get the Lash, but Black Hole is ready. Big Chrono, but he Black Holes them. Kiss is still killed the Necro. And Slightly is also in trouble. He gets out. Gets charged. His pose is ready.
Double kill.
Into the arms of the Lash. But he gets fucking paralyzed.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Still a great fight for Radiant. Team wipe.
The question is, are these 4 heroes going to be able to go take this Roche? I think Roche is healed up quite a lot. Maybe definitely the mid tower, which is important, but I don't think very much beyond that.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Roche is on the menu for the Radiant team for a very long time. They have hard enough troubles with towers at the moment without the IO.
But you see, the models are just really weak on Dire's side. Necro weak, Spirit Breaker is weak, Void is weak. Oh, don't have any good stats gain.
The thing is that in terms of big team fight ultimates, you have Black Hole and Hand of God and Reaper's Scythe versus Hook Shots, Chronosphere, Echo Slam Kisses. Like, the damage is on the Radiant side, so if they execute once, they get one good like stun combo from the Fissure, from the Splitter.
Oh, fully committing on Roche, by the way, on Dire after the respawn.
The damage will come through. Yeah, they have to do this.
Not scouted
Also,
by the Radiant.
Alpha Wolf is picked up as well. Extra damage.
They're doing it with the overcharge. And he decided to go for BKB now on Spirit Breaker. I think that's the right call. He was queuing up the MKB before, but he switched it back to BKB, and I think that's the right choice.
We have the shot in the Marcy for the reverse time walk. I really like this. Very, very frustrating, especially with whirling axes. You go in, whirling axes, you go back.
True.
Da, 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 da.
True.
Welcome back to Sam in the chat. Game number 1 was won by
Ghetto Mexicans.
the Ghetto Mexicans.
BKB finished on Earthshaker, now next he's going for a Halberd. Guess that's kinda good against the Unleash Spirit Breaker, even it's only 3 seconds.
Oh, just pause. So one thing to say is that despite the fact that Radiant just ran in and took Rush, I think Dire is still able to play the map, and there are towers to be taken, especially this top tier 1 and maybe bottom tier 1, and that'll even up the sort of map control that we're seeing right now.
And they have vision here, they see the Enigma already charging him. Yeah, it's already charging him. So they want to commit on the Enigma. He's pretty much out of position, doesn't have the Black Hole ready, and he's also not finished his BKB yet. Still 2.5k gold for BKB on Spirit Breaker. I think they have a good window here on, even against the Aegis on Necro. Like maybe kill the Enigma. Why is she coming in? Can commit a lot
Dominating, I guess.
for the Enigma. But they get him.
Honestly, I don't like the Eternal. I see the Leshrac going for the Eternal Shroud at the moment. I would much prefer that to be a Bloodstone. Bloodstone just the Bloodstone active is just a insane amount of healing.
Yeah, true.
That could possibly come out.
Especially with Spirits and Pulse Nova.
Yep.
True.
I mean, we did also say earlier, if there's someone you want to make the tanky frontliner, make it the Earthshaker, give him that, and it'll make space for the Leshrac to be at the back doing damage, but not tanking.
Okay, and he switched from Halberd to Pipe on Earthshaker. I think that's not a bad idea, because the only way to kill him is the Reapers. Ooh.
I don't like the pipe on the Earthshaker.
I think he needs some.
Was one here.
Yeah, but he needs some magic resistance against the Reapers, I think.
But that's why.
Looks like a free Aegis.
That's why Eternal Shroud looks so fantastic. Chen's gonna get blown up here.
Unleash Pop.
Enigma still doing a good job, and yeah, it looks like they're gonna finally bring down this Earthshaker.
Reaper still ready. Can he TP out in time? Oh, missed.
Yeah, that was a
So close.
symphony of fails.
Get the
happening there.
Marcy, at least.
I like the play by the Radiant, but they were lucky to not lose more there.
Yep.
That was a kick W moment. And Leshrak, as a result, is gonna say, I mean, I can see inside Darren's head. He's like, thank God I didn't die in that fight. Now I can farm some more. And yeah, he is a little bit behind on the cause of the dire side, but not by a huge amount. I think it's pretty close in terms of like actual gold farmed on the map.
And he can
And the
farm,
3K gold
still farm
advantage.
really fast. What
Yeah,
the
he can farm.
hell?
He can catch up.
How
I
did
wasn't
slightly
expecting
die
that
here?
goal.
Was not expecting this.
Yeah, I was not even looking at the bottom part of the map. Charge
So,
coming in towards the
Yeah,
top.
I think he should cancel this. Yeah, he does.
I have a question for you, Kibi. At first, at least, Blob can jump in later.
Yep.
What's your feeling on Charge of Darkness without the bash? Are you a fan? Not a fan. He does have this
Charge of Darkness with what, sorry?
Dire's bottom
without
tower
the
is
Spirit
under
Breaker
attack.
bash, so you don't get the greater bash as you come in.
I think Charge of Darkness is a insanely good skill in general. Especially like I mainly play mid lane. Being charged constantly from 3 minutes into the game, that skill causes me some kind of PTSD. I generally think it's just a fantastic skill. It provides vision for the entire duration of the charge as well.
Yeah.
So you can't. So even if you're not really committing to the fight, just charging a person when another hero is chasing that person
Bottom tower is under
is always useful. It has like so much utility that goes with it.
Yeah, it's also like there's a lot of niche stuff, like you can use it to break Lincoln Sphere long range and stuff like that, you know? So, does that still work? It still works. Oh,
Big
what's
hook
that
shot
coming
on the
in?
ogre.
I think they're just gonna leave the
Yes,
ogre to
that's-
die. Everyone else runs away.
They smoked on the backline. Enigma still doesn't have his BKB. I mean, the black hole can always be cancelled by the hook shot, even if he has BKB, so...
That's true, but not necessarily. Because if you have all your minions
True.
inside, they can provide cover. And
Yeah.
he does have Holy Persuasion as well as the Eidolons. So if he positions them well around himself, he can block it really nicely. Action.
Fully committing on... Chicken Haru just dies.
Double BKBs pop.
Bishop blocks him away, and Arfshik is still dead to the Reapers. Bit too late on the chrono.
Oh, relocate out. Kiss is doing almost nothing there.
Out of
Stuns the
1 second black hole. Oh, half a second. Can he survive on the
There.
lash?
Oh, nice toss in from the gobble.
Oh, he's dropping low
Nice.
on the Spirit Breaker with the balls. The pulse
Darren's
Nova.
gonna take a load down.
I think they can clean up now.
Yeah, they are gonna clean up, yeah. I think Darren's like could possibly fall. Enigma is chasing.
And Enigma has no more damage. Nihilism.
Yeah, Nihilism with the salve and they're
Get
just
the
jumping
necro.
all over.
Dominating performance.
Brilliant.
Impossible kill.
Ooh, Darrentai stepping it up.
I want to say in that fight, Darren's did such a good job at spacing.
Look at
between
the
himself
damage.
and the enemy.
10,500 damage from the lash.
He was doing such a good job of enticing the melee heroes to move forward on him, and he was moving back at the same speed. So he was constantly able to do that, and that's what basically means he didn't take that much damage, and he put out a huge amount with Pulse Nova.
Yeah, and the Reapers was committed on the Earth Shaker.
The Eternal Shroud actually did it, despite what we were saying, the Eternal Shroud did some good work for him there, but I think BKB would have also done the same thing. So.
Bloodstone would have done
Or Bloodstone, yeah.
But considering that Leshrac already has the Eternal Shroud, what do you think would be better in this scenario, the BKB or a Shiva's? Considering that Gaia have a lot of heals coming out from the Ogre Magi with the mechanism, with the
action.
Death Pulse,
Boss is gonna get blown up. Yeah, then
with the sidekick lifesteal
I
from
agree.
Spirit Breaker as well.
Shivas
Yeah, I like that.
would
I
might
like
be the
Shivas.
right choice, yeah.
A tithe to the impurities.
So even if the Leshrac goes for the big V, I would like to see the Shivas coming out as the next item.
I think what's also nice
Agree.
with the BKB is when you match it to like the timing of the things that are gonna hurt you the most. So like Darrentai could really get hurt if he gets like hexed before he gets bulldoze off, before he gets Eternal Shroud off. You know, if he gets hexed. But we're not gonna see hex for another like 10 minutes or so.
Yes, his
So if he went
BKB
for the
finished
Sheeps-
now. It's not horrible.
It's not horrible. It's always good to go for a BKB. But if there was a time to be greedy and go for that Shivas super fast, maybe this would have been the timing now.
He's still not going for the Shivas. I think they need a Shivas on Radiant. Even Earthshaker or him on Lash.
I like the Earthshaker just tanking up though.
Yeah, but there is always the Reapers, as you saw. It doesn't matter if he has 5k HP, if he's like down to 2k HP, still gonna die to the Reapers. That's why I think the pipe is not too bad.
Oh, almost makes me think whether he should just go Refresher. Like, I know the traditional thing is to go on Earthshaker.
Why would he need?
Just-
why would he need?
Just to refresh the BKB.
Oh, but why doesn't he just? Oh, okay, so you can't go Ags because you want the BKB reset.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
You want the BKB reset, yep.
Yeah, that would be pretty OP. Would be if overclocking resets BKB.
And then you can go Ags after, you essentially have four hook shots into other spells, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
food
pretty
for thought.
nasty. Yeah, I think Shivas would be fine on the Earthshaker, but I also do like him getting tanky. He has got somewhat tanky items, 3.4k HP, but the extra magic resist is also pretty important. Where's that Wraith Pack though? That's I'm on Wraith Pack lookout here and I don't see it.
Yeah, true.
Neither side has picked one up yet.
Both
Yeah,
teams
both-
grouping
both-
up. I think we big fight
It's gonna be
happening.
some action. Yeah, the Eidolons will see the Radiance aura, so they know that there's
Yeah.
people around here.
Pops the...
Oh,
Oh, instantly kills the two supports.
and there's a Chrono in the backline, but it's only caught catching the Enigma. Big Black Hole, that's going to be two of them. Darrentai is still doing stuff. Reaper's trying to get out on the side. The Cogs are going to do a good job at zoning out this fight, but I think the Earthshaker possibly going to get
All
caught
in
down.
all,
Darrentai's being
Nihilism.
huge. Reaper
The
going to try to get
heals
out. and
coming
invest a
out
couple.
from the ogre.
I think everyone should
He
just
wants
run
the
away right
kill.
now.
He wants the kill on the... And Darrentai gets it!
I say wicked sick.
And yeah, this looks like it's going to be
Favorite kill.
another
I'm
good
not
fight
reading this.
for Darrentai. Once again,
They
able to
committed...
go out and come back in.
They committed everything on the two supports, even the Reapers.
Middle tower is under attack.
And
I
then he
wouldn't say that-
survived the black hole. Looks
I
like...
want to say that the Marcy did a really bad job in that fight, but the Radiant team still won. The Marcy went on the backlines to zone the Enigma, but the Enigma still got off a pretty good black hole, and it just wasn't enough. They don't have the damage on the side.
Interesting hookshot. I mean, 40 seconds on the two big cores on Dia still, but looks like
Thrift rewarded.
they're too low, so they want just disengage. Maybe they find the regen rune on Lash.
Maybe we take this opportunity to have a quick look at. Let's have a quick look at the vision.
Ping him more. Okay,
Let's have a quick look at the vision game, Blop.
the
The
vision
Radiant
game.
side.
Generation.
The Radiant side, they've got one ward that's deep, but it's not really seeing too much. It's not right at the top in the obvious spots, but it does give a little bit of vision around the triangle. And they have one outside the Roche pit, once again, not
Yeah.
in a super optimal place. For the Dire side, they've just placed a nice high ground ward, and also one giving vision into their own triangle. So a little bit more defensive setup, which I think reflects the state of the game.
Roche,
Are we
by the way,
getting some-
Roche up again.
What's it got?
Haru spotting it, pinging it instantly.
Speaking of Haru, charge coming out towards the mid lane. Yeah, speaking of Haru, the chats are giving him a little bit of flames for not having huge impact. It's been really hard, I think. The heroes do not just... There's no crumbly heroes on the Radiant side. Action, nice chrono.
Chrono, one-man chrono on the Necro, but he gets healed. Gets relocated out on the backline. Meanwhile, slightly killing the support. Darren like Giga chatting in. Same for Earthshaker.
A lot of BKBs used to relocate out. Ogre, is he gonna fall here? I think Ogre is gonna get chased down.
Slightly is dead, so the big carry is dead. Reaper's accomplishing nothing, and they're cleaning up. They want the game 3 on SQCavemen.
And the beatbox is gonna get brought
They
down.
might gonna get it.
They're gonna get it.
Impossible kill.
18k, 36 minutes. That's shellacking.
And if they want to defend their Rex, they would have to buy back on the 2 cores, and then it's even. Then we're looking at 25k gold advantage for Radiant. I think they're just letting it fall.
Leshrac bought the Shivas. I don't know if anyone said that.
Wow. Smart.
Oh yeah, where's the triple kill? Where's
Was
the
there triple
value?
kill?
I think there was. Darren side triple. But who cares? Haru's gonna fall now. Full 5-man wipe if you consider team fights to be 30 seconds long. Mid-rack falls, they look...
Yeah, but they have to back. Both tier 2s are still standing, and they cannot go for the GG.
The damage is done though, I think.
Yeah, they can maybe get the tier 2 on top. They do, and still have a little bit of time for Roche with 4 vs 5, but there's still the threat of a black hole.
Yeah, but they're taking the outpost. There's no way for Radiant to get there, and for Dire to get there fast.
Yeah, but they're not rushing very fast on Radiant.
Oh, Ashika went hot also. I think we need the QB item choice.
Okay.
Item choice analysis.
Yeah.
Right off this, looks like it's
getting disposed in.
Break out.
Oh, a hook shot. Looks like they want to try
Slightly going for the Roche. All he sees is Roche, but he gets controlled.
Darren's still going for it.
Backline.
Yeah, Chronosphere.
Wasting his BKB time, so BKB is not ready anymore.
Oh, beatbox.
Wow, big Echo Salami. Still standing in the splitter, but he pops the BKB.
Yeah, they're gonna catch out 1 or 2 here, but there's a Glimmer Cape. Chen gets off the Fisher.
Meanwhile, Roche was falling. Aegis on Lash. And they're cleaning up again.
Haru's trying to escape as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he survives that. I
That's
don't
for
think
sure.
so.
I think this could be the game actually, because now they can go top lane and take the second interact, and or maybe just go straight for the throne. There are 3 buybacks. I want to say that Leshrac was going for Aegis like almost the entire time, while everyone else was fighting. He was just like, "Don't mind me, boys." But top racks is gonna take the 4 here, it seems.
Yeah, really well done with the chrono on while he was BKB'd on slightly on the Spirit Breaker.
I want to say that
in terms of the item choices, it looks like Radiant is just a completely different team to what they were playing last game.
Yeah.
They're going for the second item BKBs, playing a lot more aggressive. Looks like they just need that warm-up game to get into shape.
Even have 2 Shivas now. Sadly, it's not stacking.
Okay. Yep. Well.
Yeah, still okay. Nice hook
Yeah,
shot.
I take back everything I just said.
The one thing that I have not been a fan of this game has been the Mortimer's Kisses and Chronosphere. It feels like it's done, except for one fight, it's done very little. It hasn't been well coordinated. But yeah, I was thinking that was going to be like an X factor in this game, but it really just hasn't been. The relocates have been very clutch, though, I want to say.
And timeless rally on the Lashrak to amp up his spell damage even more.
So yeah, one last outer tower remaining. Gonna take the fall here in a second.
Regeneration.
I really just
And
can't
he's
see
not
a way.
saving for buyback on Spirit Breaker. He's
I think
opting
it's
out
this-
for the MKB.
I think this is like an all or nothing. Like
Yeah.
they know the only way they're gonna win is if they get off a good black hole and somehow slightly blows up maybe two of the backliners like the Chen and the Io or the Chen and the Marcy.
If we look
That's
at
what they
buybacks, 2 buybacks available on Dire, on Enigma and on Void. And on the 2 Radiant supports.
Slightly gonna go do some farming for a quick wave. Really just trying to finish off, get as much gold as he can.
Oh, instantly killing the Lash. At least they're trying to, but it gets healed up, relocated out.
Yeah, they need to actually just chill a little bit here. There's no reason for them to be super aggressive. I
And
say
it's
this,
not,
and-
he's not killing it. Does he get the Chrono out?
Oh, he gets a time walk. He's on the back line, big black hole though.
Big black
And this,
hole. Got the Chrono to cancel it. And
So last
Haro
year-
is following. The whole time Pulsnova is on, he still has the Aegis on Darren time.
press the triple kill button. Press the triple kill button.
Ultra kill, I have it, but I don't want to throw it over the ultra kill.
Ownage.
Sad.
So production value redeemed.
that's the most awesome ultra kill ever. Well, there's a very delayed push kill, which would have been a rampage. It was just a few seconds earlier.
They denied the rampage. I think this is game. This looks like GG. Yeah, they're calling it.
So I hope the Dire team don't tilt from this because it's, both games have looked kind of similar. Around the
I'm amazed by
big
SQCavemen.
shellacking. Big shellacking. Both
And
ways.
the shit tip on for Necro. I like it.
It really did look like we were watching a completely different team in that game.
Yeah. Nice itemization. Played well together. Nice.
Poggers.
Insane damage number on Darentai. 77k.
Yeah, as much as criticism as we gave him in game one and sometimes in the past in this tournament, this was a game where he showed his value. Really, just his movement on the hero was very, very good.
Especially if we think back, he was like pretty underfarmed the whole. If you look at 20 minutes, he was still behind a bit, but
Yeah,
then
don't
he
click on the
popped
scoreboard.
off.
Don't click on the scoreboard, but tell me how much you guess is the minimum damage done in this game.
What?
Oh, yeah, you can see.
I can see it.
cheated,
Oh,
you cheated.
I mean he has tether, so
Yeah,
that's
it's like
not
a,
his
it's
job.
like a
He
pure support.
still
Yeah.
healed 21k. Insane game too. So next up we have game 3 of the upper bracket. Ghetto Mexicans against SQCavemen. So we won't be in schedule for all the other games. Let's have a quick look. Where do I have it? Is it? I hope it's
Yeah, so
this.
Yeah, so to
Oops,
be,
no,
yeah,
that's not. This is the right one.
You just open
So.
some like pictures of your family or something.
So,
Alright,
right
so
now we are seeing the first upper brackets game, Ghetto Mexicans SQCavemen. After this, we will have No Jungle versus Mazzliata. And later we're gonna see lower brackets round 1-2. That's Zip Family versus Tyrian's Assassins and Charu 2P against Badass.
So those are best of ones, the lower bracket round 1 and lower
Exactly.
bracket round 2. So those will be kind of fast little dessert treats to end of the night. But one thing to notice is that the winner of this game is guaranteed third place, and as a result, 285 euro bucks.
Big money!
Which is like $1,000 or something, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
US
I think
US
so.
dollar week codes.